What's that, Miss Tar? Yeah, I know, it sounds amazing. What's that? Oh, thank you, Maestro. Thank you.
Well, guys, today we'll be looking at one of our foremost public lunatics.
You know, he's been doing this since he was like a little kid, basically. That's right. What is the guy's name?
Then maybe at that point you will convince some people to register their AR-15s. But until you do that, up yours.
Whoa, hey!
Marjorie,
Go, hey, man.
up yours.
Up yours.
Jeez. So, whoa. I'm just trying to watch TV here, man.
Marjorie Taylor Greene represents Georgia in the Congress. She joins us tonight. Congresswoman, this happened in your state. Okay. I'm just amazed by how little we know. There's this militia that kind of floats around America, and when needed, they show up and start burning buildings and flipping over police cars, and no one knows who they are.
They're really doing this. This segment is pretty interesting because what it sounds like they want to do is ban protesting in America. They don't want protesting to happen anymore. Like the police kill a guy, in Georgia, I think this is. The police killed a guy. And rightfully so, a bunch of people protest. They're like, we got to figure out a way how to do some authoritarianism on this.
Well, it's time to do something about Antifa, and that's why I'm going to introduce legislation to declare Antifa domestic terrorist.
Oh, wow.
Because they need to be taken apart. We need to investigate exactly who they are, who funds them, and then we need to make sure that whenever they come out and erupt.
This is a new type of conservative, not like the old crap, man. Okay.
With awesome ideas like we're going to do an even stupider version of the Patriot Act, basically.
I think that guy's an Antifa over there.
There was hundreds of people protesting here, and there was people in other cities, too, protesting this. How exactly are you going to prove membership in this group?
As we toured the forest, we heard gunshots for hours.
Oh, boy.
And you can hear the gunfire.
That's coming from a police firing range that already exists nearby.
Okay.
The plan is to expand that into an 85-acre campus.
Oh my God.
That's as big as nearly 64 football fields put together.
Whoa.
The facility would be one of the biggest in the U.S.
Yeah, this story almost seems kind of satirical because what's going on is that in Atlanta, they're trying to basically pave over some forest, some kind of park forest area, to build a giant police facility. And understandably, a lot of locals are like, we're not crazy. We're not crazy about that.
What's so hard to understand? We want to get rid of some of this nature to build a RoboCop facility, goddammit.
And we want to do this. So anyway, you might have read about this. Basically, long story short, is that people were sort of occupying this forest to prevent this giant police RoboCop thing from being built. And the police were raiding it. Then the next thing you know, one of these people who's in the, occupying the forest there gets shot by the police. And the police are like, he shot us. And then people started, understandably, protesting. So yeah, I guess when Tucker Carlson and this lady Marge Green, when they're like, we're against the establishment, what they mean is that they're on the side of the police and giant companies that are paying for this RoboCop facility.
So we try to do animal segments when we can,
and
we try to highlight the heroism of people when we can, and occasionally those two topics come together.
Okay.
And the person we're speaking of is former Denver Bronco defensive lineman Derek Wolfe.
Okay.
So recently, a mountain lion had been stalking and killing dogs in Colorado in a neighborhood.
Those mountain lions were doing this to those dogs. That's biting. That noise is biting in this case.
However you feel about mountain lions, you're not allowed to kill people's dogs.
Oh.
So Wolfe didn't call the authorities, he acted. He grabbed a bow and arrow, hiked nearly 10,000 feet up a mountain in the Rockies, and then took out the mountain lion that had been killing dogs.
How did he know? How did he know it was the right one? Every once in a while, Tuck does a segment that I'm like, okay, I don't have too much of a problem with this. But I guess what he's doing here, this is part of his men. He's very into men. He gets very worked up and excited about, men, I don't know, lifting weights or something. I don't know. But basically the segment is a retired Denver Broncos player did his hobby, basically. That's pretty much it. He's like a hunter. He's a bow and arrow hunter, and he shot a mountain lion. Okay, cool. That's the segment. That's the whole segment. Awesome, man. I'm just not sure how this is political or newsworthy, but there is one funny thing in this segment, which is I like to think that they picked I like to think that they picked a stupid looking. I like to think that they picked a stupid looking picture of a mountain lion where he kind of looks like, duh, you know, because they're like, look at this asshole. You know, this absolute dolt was biting local cats, and I think he bit a dog. He chewed up a dog or something. So yeah, I guess this is a newsworthy segment. You know, if you live in a very specific part of Colorado, your outdoor pets will be a little bit safer today, maybe, if he shot the right mountain lion, which who knows if he did.
So Sean Haston is the father of 2 elementary school students in Pasco County, Florida, at Pineview Middle School. In August, he went to the school with other parents to speak to the principals. The parents were worried about a woke mural at the school, which depicted a girl wearing a gas mask and holding a sign that says, "Hate has no home here," as if anyone suggested hate did have a home there. It was purely political. So after the visit, the principal of the school, a woman called Jennifer Warren, called Haston's employer, which is the fire department, and accused him hysterically and, by the way, inaccurately of trespassing and harassment.
What?
Sean Haston.
Okay, we're making our way through like the whole week.
And by the way, I'm a member of Fox Nation, okay?
So I can see all the shows. So we're making our way through the entire week of this stupid show, okay? And this story is like, some of this stuff is just, it might as well be in a different language. Because if you look, the story is that a guy got all worked up and pissed off. He stained his Target, Goodfellas khakis over a mural in a school, and this is the mural. It's like a early 2010s juxtapose cover of like a little kid in a gas mask with a sign that says, "Hate has no home here." And this guy was so thrown by this pretty forgettable thing here. I got a feeling we're not getting the whole story. I got a feeling this guy might have been doing a little bit of this.
Yeah, like Luna. Speaking of harassment, it's harassment to call your employer and try and get you fired for speaking your mind.
Yes.
So you are now running for school board?
Okay, this story is good because it shows you the real world effect of this guy. Oh. Like the day-to-day effect that this guy has on people in the real world. Apparently the story takes place in Tampa Bay. I'll just read this to you. And you tell me what this sounds like. The father of 2 elementary-age sons visited Pasco County's Pineview Middle School last August with a group of parents raising concerns about one of the school's murals, check this out, which had been featured in social media posts. The mural, which has been painted over, depicted a girl in a gas mask. It's like a juxtapose. It's a piece of juxtapose art. The tour with Principal Jennifer Warren didn't go so well, by all accounts, with tensions running high as Haston, that's the Tucker Carlson guy, and others asked pointed questions that Warren didn't seem comfortable answering. So, gun to our head, what happened here? A bunch of lunatics on Boomer Facebook got so thrown by an image that you could see on the cover of any, again, Juxtapose magazine. They were so thrown and worked up in the pants by this. Like that. And, like, frankly, like this. That they had a meltdown at a school. They went to some school orientation thing or whatever this is and just had an utter meltdown. This is really funny, too. So the whole outrage is that the principal or the assistant principal, whoever, was giving this tour of the school where this guy was probably doing this. About mediocre street art. Banksy style. Oh, it's a Banksy style crap. In their summary report, they wrote that the woman who called the firefighting headquarters or whatever decided to make the call because Haston repeatedly spoke about being a firefighter as he became argumentative about safe space stickers, which were not a subject of the tour. So this guy, this is the Tampa Bay Times. Yeah, this sounds like this guy sounded like he had a little bit of a meltdown. This is what Tucker Carlson type people of America are really doing. This is the political action that they're taking. I saw this on Boomer Facebook. I'm gonna make everyone uncomfortable. while they're trying to, have an orientation of their kids' schools. I need to get another look at that mural. Oof. I mean, that kind of imagery doesn't exist in the world. So if my kid sees that, that's it, man. It's over.
Well, for most of its history as a company, Mars Inc. was known for making candy, Milky Way, Skittles, Snickers, and most famously M&Ms, which they claim melted in your mouth but not in your hand. But over time, churning out delicious and highly lucrative calorie bombs was not enough for Mars. Its executives wanted to be Starbucks. Sure, our product is unhealthy, but we're woke, so please don't notice.
Okay.
So in its ad campaigns, Mars set about making its M&M characters as unattractive.
Here we go with this. He's doing this. And he's doing this.
So in its ad campaigns, Mars set about making its M&M characters as unattractive as possible because when you're intentionally...
Wait a second. Did he just admit that he thought they were attractive at first? And now they're making them unattractive. Now they're making these candies unattractive.
So the green M&M lost her sexy boots, the brown M&M her stiletto heels.
No.
The orange M&M, meanwhile, became a poster boy for the mental health crisis and would henceforth, quote, acknowledge and embrace his anxiety because America badly needs more neurotic candy. Then late last year, Mars went further. The company added obese and distinctly frumpy lesbian M&Ms to promote, quote, feminism and body positivity.
Yeah, I think the funny thing about this M&M story is not that Tucker Carlson wants his candies to be hot babes.
He wants his candies to be porno or something.
That's not the funniest thing. The funniest thing is that I get it, like you're trying to fill time on a show you do every day. But what's funny is that he seems to be the only one like really talking about this. But he's like, the liberal media is outraged that the M&Ms aren't woke anymore or whatever. And then I kind of like looked into this, and the only thing I could find the only thing I could find the kind of mainstream corporate media even talking about this is one thing on NBC where they're like, oh, Maya Rudolph is going to do the voice of M&Ms now. And they're like, okay.
The company says we just want to give the candy a fresh take, but due to the negative feedback that M&Ms received, they're now going to be on an indefinite break. Who's going to take over as the spokesperson? I think they're in very good hands. Funny lady Maya Rudolph, love her. She will make her debut as a spokesperson in the M&M Super Bowl ad on Sunday, which
I like
that. The Super Bowl, Nate.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I like the idea of just a man who's driven himself insane by hot M&Ms, sexy M&Ms.
He's just like, I'm alone on this.
Also, congratulations to Maya Rudolph on that, She comes in probably 30 minutes to do this. I'm a peanut, or whatever she does, $500,000, Okay, moving along in This Week in Tuck, he goes like this. Of course he had to weigh in on the gas stove crap, so let's check that out. Here we go.
Now, gas stoves have been a staple of American kitchens for more than a century. You may have one in your home. You may have grown up with one. But apparently, and nobody knew this until like a week ago, these stoves are a hidden hazard that we must eliminate.
Well, he does this a lot where he'll do a voice, but the voice doesn't match. He's like, oh, a hidden hazard. Like, yeah, I mean, there is some evidence coming out that they are a hidden hazard. Oh, a hidden hazard. Why are you doing that voice? This is also not true that we just found out about this. There's actually on the People's Policy Project, there's a paper about this called Natural Gas is Destroying the Climate and Our Lungs, which goes into the gas stove stuff. A nice, clean, flat looking thing. It's fine. Okay, shut up. Who are you? The guy from the menu? You're going to murder everybody with your food? Shut up.
The real instinct here is that banning things other people like and enjoy is the purest expression of power. Oh. When you can snatch someone's pleasure away, you feel like God.
Calm down, Tucker.
The rush of telling people they're not allowed to do something is just irresistible.
Calm down. Okay, here we go. This might be my favorite Tucker Carlson segment of all time. Okay, and I think we could, let's reach across the aisle with this lunatic propagandist. Let's reach across the aisle on things we can agree with, okay? And this segment is one of them.
Turns out some people like menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, okay.
Not allowed.
Whoa.
Oh, menthol cigarettes, but some people like them, particularly poor people.
Hey,
they like
whoa.
them. Don't have a lot of pleasures. Menthol cigarettes are one of them. But they can't have them anymore. They're being banned.
No.
Menthol cigarettes cause cancer. Shut up. Well, of course.
Yeah, my man is really, did he have a Red Bull before this? What's going on, man?
A lot of things cause cancer, probably more than we know. Potentially cell phones cause cancer. Potentially diet soda causes cancer.
Okay, so he goes on and on about menthol cigarettes. Oh, there's going to be a ban on menthol cigarettes. From what I understand, the FDA did something where they're proposing a ban on menthol and flavored cigars too. And you can, I guess, like put in a comment like, yes, I agree, or who knows, you know. But he goes on and on about this, that they're going to ban menthol cigarettes. And then he says, this is my favorite, maybe my favorite thing I've ever heard this guy say. Here it is.
They hate nicotine.
Right.
They love THC. They're promoting weed to your children, but they're not letting you use tobacco or even non-tobacco nicotine delivery devices, which don't cause cancer. Why do they hate nicotine? Because nicotine frees your mind, and THC makes you compliant and passive. That's why.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. You're inside the Matrix, bro. Smoke this Parliament, and you'll see visions, bro. Tucker Carlson is anti-weed because weed doesn't free your mind, but cigarettes free your mind. I love it, man. I smoke like an old man. From a Newport, I feel like this.
But our expertise has reached a limit here, and that's why we are honored to bring in Roger Stone, an internationally recognized expert on men's style, also a host of StoneZone.com, to assess Mr. Lamont. Roger, thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Okay, here's another great segment from This Week in Tuck, which is, this is another one where I'm kind of like, what are we doing here? There's some guy named Don, what is his name? Don Lemon. But they're really pissed off about him because they're really pissed off at old Don Lemon, who I guess is a CNN guy or something, because he wore a hoodie on TV. He wore a hoodie on TV, and they have Roger Stone on. Roger Stone comes sucking around to do a segment on this. But there is one funny part here at the end with Roger Stone. Check this out.
Political statement by Don Lemon. He's reaching out for a more urban constituency.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Roger Stone.
This one's particularly important.
Okay.
This one's
Could you put that back on the screen?
That's an opera cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get rid of Roger. Roger's just gonna keep going. He's like, yeah. Also, Tucker, do you have any change? Do you have any spare change?
Okay.
Great guy.
Before we go, I wanted to announce something really quickly, which is we are having starting right now, the first annual international drop contest. Okay.
Drop contest, okay?
What's your favorite drop? Is it toilets?
Uber cars, make pee-pee.
That's in the Bible.
Beat a kid at Walmart, these people are perverts. All these beautiful drops.
Record your own impression of your favorite drop. Send it over, preferably in a Drive link, Google Drive link. Send it to, what is this goddamn thing? Send the link to rmbrownprogram@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen here, rmbrownprogram@gmail.com. And the winners get added to the soundboard, but you also get a goddamn prize. We're making it through the situation we call a week, and we're doing it with
toilets.
Talk to you guys soon. Love ya. And bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
And the weekly behind-the-scenes show. All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people that make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.